In the last lecture, we have started non-chromosomal mechanism in the non-chromosomal basis of the sex determination. We have already discussed the hormonal influence. You all remember we have discussed about the free Martin and the sex reversal. So today we will be talking the second part of the non-chromosomal mechanism, that is the role of environment. So now how environmental factor is affecting the sex of an individual. Environmental factor, it could be any factor, anything present. What do we mean by the environment? Environment is surrounding of an individual. So surrounding thing, how the surrounding thing is a decisive factor in determining the sex, we will discuss in this lecture. Now, you all might have remember that we have discussed that few individuals, they born with the indifferentiate sex. So indifferentiate sex means they are in between, they are intersex. When we were talking about intersex, we have learned certain example of it, right? So such type of individual are determining taking their sex with the environment. Now we will be learning this particular phenomena with the help of few examples. So but now see environmental factor. What environmental factor? First of all, the surrounding medium. If the animal is exposed to certain type of the chemical in the environment, like it could be any pheromone. Pheromones are the special type of the hormonal signals secreted by the insect. It could be any type of the hormone or the chemical secretion by the other animal. It could be the various type of the other factors like the temperature. In certain example, temperature also decides the factor, a decisive factor for determining the sex of an individual, as we all are going to learn today. In the case of the crocodile, many other animals are also there. Then thereafter, the other group member. So the complete group of animal will decide that what type of individual is required in the family. So let us begin with the first category. In that first example, we will be learn about the bonella. Let me tell you about the Bonella. Actually, the Bonellia is the marine worm. It belongs to the family Annelida. Now, see, marine worm, that means it is having the medium. Which medium it will present? It will present into the water. So, very different type of sexual mechanism you will find, but the sexual dimorphism is also very different. In the case of the bonella, the female is 10 to 20 times larger than the male. The male is just 1 to 3 millimeter, but when you will see the female is approximate 2.5 to 3 centimeter long. So approximate 10 to 20 times difference is there. When you will observe the female, you will to show you, you will find that they have the special type of the proboscis, and this proboscis helps them to feed. Not only this, they are secreting a special type of chemical, and that is called as the bonelin. That chemical will decide the sex of an individual. Now see what happens if the larva, now whatever eggs are laid by the female, they will not have any sex. Their sex will be indifferentiate. That means they will not be neither be male nor be female. So this egg will convert into the larva. Now this is the larva. My drawing is not very good, but hope it you will understand with the help of it. So this larva, if it will get a chance to set on the sea floor, okay, so that time this larva will turn into the female. Okay, so this female proboscis there. But in the other case, if the larva, now I have written male larva, actually larva is indifferentiate sex individual. Okay, so now see this female, I just told you about the proboscis. The role of the proboscis is two. One is to feed, another is to secrete the bonelin. Now this bonelin present into the environment of the larva will decide the sex of the individual. Now this larva will come in contact with this bonelin, and immediately it will get masculinized, means it will get the male characters, and immediately it will attracted towards the bonelin, and it will get attached to the proboscis, and from the proboscis, now how it is going to attach, how it knows that it has to settle to the proboscis only, not here, not there. The reason is the concentration, okay, level of the concentration. Now see, this female has secreted the bonelin, so the larva will get attracted towards it. So the where will be the higher concentration? Definitely the highest concentration will be near proboscis, because the proboscis is secreting the chemical, this particular chemical bonelin. So the larvae will be attracted toward the proboscis, and now what is going to be happen after that? They are going to attach themselves to the proboscis, and the female will internalize that larva. You can see so big proboscis is there, right? So from here, the larva will be taken inside. Interestingly, the larva will remain parasite in the body of the female. So the larva will be taken inside. It will travel into the reproductive tract of the female, and what is going to do the this particular larva? It will come immediately after reaching to the female reproductive tract. It will enlarge, and it will get convert into the adult male. So the this male, now it's male, it's not larva. This male will remain into the female uterus as a parasite forever. So that means what they will do, the larva will, now see, larva has turned and taken the characteristic of the male. Now this male will produce sperm, and whatever eggs are produced by the ovary will be transferred to the uterus. So inside the uterus, internal fertilization means whatever sperms are produced by this male will be taken out, and inside the uterus it will be remain. So in the uterus, from the ovary, eggs are coming, and this male is also producing the sperm. So both will fertilize, will get fused and fertilize the egg. So this is about the sex determination in Bonella. So what we have learned, then in the absence of the bonelin, what is going to be happen? This larva will settle into the sea floor, and immediately after settling it will enlarge in its body. So the surrounding or the environment will decide. If the bonelin is absent and larva is getting chance to settle on the sea floor, it will enlarge and turn as a female. Okay, but in the other case, when the larva will come in contact with bonelin, immediately it will masculinize and it will turn into the male larva, and it will attaches itself to the female proboscis, travel inside, and thereafter it will convert into the adult male, when it will remain inside the body of the adult female for fertilizing her egg. Let us discuss the next example, that is the temperature dependent. Interestingly, in certain animals, the temperature is the decisive factor for determining the sex. There are many animals. I have just taken one example of the crocodile. There are turtles, alligator, lizards. Many animals are there. They are getting sex in their surrounding. Now, see, temperature sensitive and temperature dependent sex determination. These two are the different phenomena. Okay, temperature sensitive individuals are different. Okay, their sex are not depend on that. That high temperature means temperature sensitive individual dies when they are getting out of their limit of the temperature. Now temperature dependent sex determination. Now why temperature? Why? What is the important thing which is turning the sex of an individual? The reason is the developmental time, the aromatase, which is the biopotent hormone, means it can convert into the androgen as well as the estrogen. So it has potential to change in the either type with a particular temperature. So for that particular reason, the temperature is deciding the sex of an individual. As you all can see on my screen, about the crocodile, if the crocodile eggs are incubated below the temperature 31.7 degrees Celsius, they most of them will be hatches as the female. But 31.7 to 34.5 degrees Celsius only will be getting chance to hatch as the male. So you can see it's a very narrow range. Only 3-degree difference is there for adapting the male characteristic. And if the temperature will raise above 34.5, again you will find that the individual is female. So what happened? Definitely it is going to affect the count of the male, right? If the temperature will change its limit, means sometime if this temperature is very high or will not come in the range between 31.7 to 34.5, you will not get the male, so their population will decrease. So it is the major reason they are declining in their number. Hence, wildlife management bodies have started a program for controlled incubation of the crocodile, especially to develop sufficient number of males. And then they are incubating artificially, they are maintaining that particular temperature, and thereafter, when they are hatching out, so the new male members are sent into the environment, so their population should not decline, because for the control of the population, male and female both have the equal value, right? So one more example is the clownfish. You will remember when we were discussing about the intersex, I told you the clownfish, they are intersex. That means they are not having any sex. Their sex is undifferentiated. So their body size decides their sex. Okay, so in the family, the one which is getting the smaller size, they are undifferentiated. The one who is the largest will be the female, and next to it will be the non-dominant male, means will get chance to copulate with this female. And when this female will die, this male will get the chance to become the female, and next it will get the sex as the male. So this environment will decide, the family, the group will decide that who will get the sex. So hope all three examples you understood. Just a quick review of all three examples. We have learned about the bonella. Then we have seen that if the bonella we get chance to settle on the sea floor and there is bonylin concentration or bonylin is not present, that particular time the bonella will will adapt its sex or get the female characteristic. At the same time, if the bonella will come across the bonylin chemical, it will masculinized and will internalize by the female and will remain inside the body of the female. Next, we learned about the temperature dependent mechanism. In that, we have learned certain animal, if their eggs are incubated in a particular temperature, they will get a particular type of sex. Example, we have learned the crocodile. Crocodile below the 31.7 degrees Celsius will be female. 31.7 to 34.5 males, and above that ranges, that means 34.5 degrees Celsius above, will be the female. Then clownfish, we have seen that the largest member of the family will dominate as the female. Next person will get chance to be the male, and other will be undifferentiated sex. And when this female will die, this is the second largest person of the family will be adapting the sex as the female, and this will get chance means the next largest member of the family will get chance to be the non-dominant male. So this is about, I mean, this is related to the size. So this is all about the environmental factor which are affecting the life of individual and deciding their sex. So at this note, we end with the non-chromosomal mechanism. We have learned the chromosomal as well as the non-chromosomal mechanism. So if you have doubt, you can definitely ask me. Dear students, hope you all have watched the complete video lecture, but still after watching the complete lecture, if you have any doubts, don't hesitate to ask me your doubt. You can write your doubts into the comment box, and if you want more video updates, definitely you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Watch the videos with a proper care. Make sure that you are noting all the important points, and at the time of the exam definitely these notes are going to help you. Thank you.